Comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. What a fucking disastrous 24 hours in sport, especially for the New Zealanders. Firstly, it started with the rugby league. Australia smashed New Zealand in the rugby league. And then after that disappointment, you flip over to the cricket and it's Australia versus New Zealand in the World Cup of the cricket. In Himachal Pradesh as well. In Dharamshala. Remember when I went to India to the Himalayas and I did gigs with, what's his name? Ashwin. Ashwin's doing good in India now as well, the comedian. Funny cunt. While they were playing at that cricket game, came down to the last ball. The very last ball, New Zealand were chasing fucking, 388 or something like that. They needed a 6 off the last ball. Didn't happen. New Zealand lose. But the good thing is, New Zealand have found a fucking batsman. Rachin Ravindra. He's an Indian New Zealander and he can fucking bat. He's the best young batsman I've seen in quite some fucking time. So clean, so smooth. His first name as well is Rachin, which is a combination of Rahul Dravid's first name and Sachin Tendulkar. So how can this cunt not be good with a name like that? Cricket fans will know who I'm talking about. Anyone in Canada, the US, the UK, England, they'll know who Rahul Dravid and Sachin Tendulkar are. Anyway, that was good. He's good. Fucking go to sleep. I went and stayed at my dad's house because he was playing the fucking rugby union. He's a fucking dyed-in-the-wool fucking Kiwi. So I'm like, I'll watch it with dad at his place. So I took the kids over, had a fucking sleepover, woke up early in the morning because it's played in fucking France. Fired up for the final. Fucking Federer's there. Djokovic is there. A couple other cunts they pointed the camera at and I had no idea who they were. New Zealand do the haka, a shit haka. I don't know why they do that fucking new haka with the fucking spear and all that. It's too much. Settle it back down. Get back to the kamate. Hor. kamate. I forget what the next bit is. Kore or something like that. Just do the fucking old school one, New Zealand. Anyway, New Zealand is playing South Africa World Cup Rugby Union final. The winner becomes the most successful fucking World Cup team of all time. They've both got 3 World Cups each. So the game starts. New Zealand are looking a little bit sloppy. New Zealand are losing the start. Then I think it was about 10 minutes in, the number 8 for New Zealand fucking fell on South Africa's hooker's leg. Snapped like the medial, and I think the hooker's like one of their best players. Then the Kiwi guy gets sent off, yellow carded, 10 minutes off. So New Zealand are playing with 14 men against 15 men for 10 minutes. South Africa score a couple of penalty goals, so it ends up being like 3-9 or something like that. The guy who got yellow carded comes back on the field after 10 minutes, and then it must have been about a minute and a half later, Simon Kane, New Zealand's fucking captain, tackles this guy a little bit high. It hit his chin. I haven't been watching a lot of fucking rugby because it's become one of the boringest sports in the world. So I saw Simon Kane fucking chin, just his fucking shoulder touches this guy's chin. I'm looking at the replays going, that's nothing. What's going on? That's not even a penalty. That's play on. Any other era, it's just play on. Any other sport, it's play on. Rugby's one of the toughest games in the world. Play on. But they call it back. They go through the film. They give Simon Kane a yellow card. So he gets sent off for 10 minutes. And then fucking while he's off the field, they keep reviewing it and say it was intentional. He didn't try and dip or something. And they turn his yellow card into a red card. And New Zealand's captain gets sent off for the rest of the game at the 20-minute mark. So New Zealand have to play with 14 men for the rest of the game without their captain, who's arguably their best player. It was fucking insane. Basically, the game was over then. But somehow, New Zealand kept on fighting, making mistake after mistake, dropping high balls. Beauden Barrett dropped fucking maybe like 5 or 6 fucking balls. Just fumbled their way through the game, and somehow, miraculously, they were still in it at the end, the All Blacks. And they ended up losing by 1 point in one of the fucking boringest, shittest fucking games I've ever seen. That's what these sports do. This is what they fucking do. They do it in AFL, Australian Rules Football as well. And they've even started doing it in rugby league. But that new rule, the head high, whatever the fuck it is in rugby, they're obviously doing it to make the game safer. For it to be more attractive for people to come and play the game. We're protecting the players, but really half of it is you're competing against soccer, and fucking mums are more likely to push their kids into soccer because you're not going to get fucking... you're not going to get a shoulder to the fucking face, all right? So they're trying to PC these physical fucking violent games. And then what happens is they do it to draw more people to the game, and then it blows up in their fucking face. So anyone, and this is the biggest spectacle of every 4 years. The World Cup final is rugby's fucking showcase, and it just blew up in their fucking face. Even Roger Federer was up there going, that's barely any contact. There's more contact in tennis. So because they tried to woke up rugby, they ended up blowing up their fucking biggest spectacle. Anyway, New Zealand lost. Fucking fuck South Africa too. I'm sorry to my South African fucking listeners, but I fucking haven't forgotten apartheid, alright? I haven't forgotten. I watched The Power of One when I was fucking like 8, and it fucking shook me, and I've never been able to overcome it. Anyway, after that giant fucking disappointment, drive home, get home, and it's fight time. Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. And the way I saw that playing out was Tyson Fury's going to come out and absolutely box Ngannou's head right off his shoulders. Ngannou's not even going to be able to land a punch because he's going to be hesitant, and Fury's just going to dominate him, and eventually fucking the amount of punches Ngannou sustains, he's just going to get fucking knocked out. Did not happen that way. Tyson Fury looked like the fattest fuck that's ever walked into a ring. I know he's usually fat, but he was fat. He was Boyle in his prime fat. He was my before photo plus a fair bit. You can't carry probably 30 kilos of pure fat into a fucking heavyweight, not title fight, but a heavyweight fight. Ngannou looked like he was sculpted by the fucking gods, and he pretty much has been. Then I get a fucking stream to watch the fight, and it keeps cutting out. Fury gets knocked down by Ngannou and just looks like a pile of shit. I get the stream back up in round 8, and fucking Ngannou just looks like he's boxing Fury's head off. It's insane. I'm like, this can't be happening. Then it cuts out again, and I just have to follow the rest on Twitter. And fucking robbery. Another robbery. The referees or the judges fucking robbed Ngannou. Boxing has zero credibility left. I fucking haven't been able to watch boxing seriously since, I would say, the first time I really got fucking hurt was Marquez versus Pacquiao. The first 2 fights, especially the second one. I watched it in a pub in King's Cross. I was still drinking, and it was unbelievable. Marquez just counterpunched the fuck out of Pacquiao. And I was a Pacquiao fan, but you watch that fight, and there's no way you can call it for Pacquiao. Pacquiao wins. Then they fight again and Marquez, thank God, knocked him out. A little bit of retribution. But I was like, that was a fucking daylight robbery. Then it was the first Canelo Alvarez Golovkin fight, and Golovkin fucking won that. There's no fucking way. And I promised, I said, I'm never watching fucking boxing again. And then they fought again and Golovkin won it again. It was a lot tighter and they called it for Canelo. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm finished with boxing. And then they pull this shit again today. It's fucked. Unbelievable. But that fucking Ngannou, Jesus Christ, he is amazing. They're going to be talking about that cunt for fucking years. They're going to make movies about that cunt. And they'll be like, that isn't even, this is fiction. And now he fucking did it. He fucking did it. He left the UFC because he wasn't happy with his pay. He fucking left, said, I'm going to do boxing. There was no interest. Then he jagged the fight with Tyson Fury, got a big payday, but now he's going to get an even bigger payday. He'll get a huge one. The Tyson Fury and Ngannou replay is going to be double what this one was. He's going to get a fucking paycheck for the next fight. His next fight will make more money than he's made in his entire life up to date. Double, triple. It'll be huge. Good on him. That's what fucking happens when you take risks, when you back yourself. Like I'm backing myself in Canada. Can you cunts go out and buy some tickets? Canadians. Vancouver. December 6th, get your tickets. Go to my website. Tours, it's under tours. You can get Vancouver December 6th and you can get Toronto December 8th. I'm coming. It's fucking just a little bit over a month now. A little bit over a month till the Boyle is freezing his nuts off in Canada. So go get your tickets. Support the Ngannou of podcasting, Le Boyle. That'll do for today, and I'll see you the fuck later.